Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and I am officially back. Yeah.
Yes, hello. Welcome back. It's been a little bit since I've had one-on-one videos with you guys. I had a whole thing with Best Buy of trying to fix my camera, my Canon R50, and that's a story for another time. But I've got the new R50V, and I am obviously testing it out today. This is what you're seeing, and so I can finally go back to doing reviews professionally. Yay. And today we're going to be reviewing the newest movie, Iron Lung. Now, there are so many other movies I need to review, especially for the Oscars, if you haven't been keeping up to date with the film log. I have a lot of movies to watch, so I need to do my homework on that. But I went to go see Iron Lung last night, and I just want to talk about it a little bit. I know Markiplier, Mr. Mark Fishbach, says no spoilers, so I'm gonna try to keep it spoiler free. I'm gonna come off right off the bat and say that this movie is definitely not gonna be for everyone. Anyone who is obviously a hard-hitting movie person would see that obviously there's flaws to the movie, and I'm not saying that as a bad way. I'm saying this as such a good way, because what Markiplier did, especially with how much it's grossed this weekend from his self-finance of $3 million, around there, and it's made over $21 million in the weekend, and it was like #1 in America, and I just want to come off and say congrats, the biggest congratulations, because not only does that show that independent filmmakers, without production companies, mind you, can put out a movie from that and have a big takeaway from the audience, and especially the box office numbers. It just goes to show that it's possible for many independent filmmakers. Now, I obviously know that it's not going to happen for all independent filmmakers, including myself. I'm not saying that, I can put a movie into a movie theater and then it can gross this much money. It's easy to do this. It's not easy. And it took him years to do this, and it took him time and just the craft that he put into it, and I have the biggest congratulations to him, because it's inspiring to people like me, and it's inspiring to people who are afraid about going into this kind of line of work, and it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. And now we can get into the review. I've been watching Markiplier since Five Nights at Freddy's 2014, so I've been with him pretty much since the beginning, almost, for 12 years. And it was really awesome to see this movie come through. If you don't know what Iron Lung is, it's based off of a indie video game that's basically, it's a one location thing, kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's, basically like Five Nights at Freddy's. And the one location, instead of looking at the doors, you're looking at the submarine and trying to go across this bloody ocean. And that's basically the synopsis of this film. And obviously, I can tell that he's definitely added some things. I don't know the whole lore of the actual game. I believe there might be actual lore, but I just don't know the exact lore. So I'm assuming that he definitely did add some things into the movie. But I went to go see it, especially with my girlfriend, and she's never played the game, or never seen the game, and rarely watches Markiplier. And what she told me was that it was really good. She knew going into it that it was Markiplier, so she knew that, it kind of, her expectations weren't all there, but even she, not knowing Markiplier a lot, not knowing what the game is, she really liked it, and that's a big takeaway. So the movie is good. I love a creative aspect to a location. I love a new creative way to show just one location. There have been movies that have done that. There's one that I can really think of that's probably one of the worst ones. Not the worst movie. It's like the worst location to ever be in, and it's in a coffin, and it's Buried, and Ryan Reynolds is in it, and that's literally in the coffin. He's buried alive. That one's crazy. And so this one is also a single location, and there are definitely times in my movie theater where I don't know if it was my movie theater, but there were definitely scenes where it was dark. I especially know from movie making, I'm obviously not the best. I'm still starting out, still learning. But even I know how hard it is to light a scene, to get it correct, to make it look perfect. And when you show it up on your screen, it looks perfect. And then when you compress it or send it over to either YouTube, maybe, I don't know how it works with movie studios or movie theaters, maybe there was something wrong with compressions or the blacks being really contrasted or just really dulled down, but it was just a little hard to see. And I was looking back at the trailer, and it definitely seemed more black than the shadows were in the movie theater that I went to go see it at, because the darkness and the shadows, there were more of a green tint, and I can't really tell if that was part of the movie or if that was the movie theater. The people behind me kept complaining, like, I can't see anything. They kept saying it every single time, and I'm like, I know. I know. There were some really great shots, though, especially with the lighting, and there's this one aspect of the game where you have to take a photo, and the photos are not clear in the game as well. And so Markiplier brought that into the movie itself, where you can't really tell what's underneath this bloody ocean, and this X-ray camera really captures through the blood, and you can't really see anything. And so I was definitely having a little confusion with seeing what the images were, but rewatching the gameplay of the actual game, it's literally a 1-to-1, like 1-to-1. And so after seeing that, my respect for that like kind of art and detail definitely went up. So definitely my biggest complaint was definitely maybe the enclosed shots of it being too dark. I understand filming in one location is tough enough, so what he pulled off was really well. The only thing I can also say is some of his acting isn't the greatest. He definitely isn't the worst actor of all time. He's pretty good in some parts, actually, and knowing Markiplier, I know his humor, I know his vocals. When he was screaming and yelling in pain, he was like, "Fuck!" There was just one point in time where I just remember him playing the video game Get Over It, and he fell.
All sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest of these, Greenleaf Ridley.
But yeah, he fell and he was raging, and it just reminded me of that, so I was a little taken aback. Not in a bad way, though, at all. I wasn't taken out of the movie completely. But there were definitely some parts in it where I was like, this is Markiplier, this is Mark Fishbach. And I really can't shit on this movie, because the plot is really good. I like a movie that doesn't tell you a lot, that doesn't tell you really anything, and as the movie goes along, you get pieces and pieces and pieces, and you start to put it together yourself, and even by the end, it doesn't fully plant out the puzzle piece. It just lays you out the pieces, and you have to put it together. A lot of people do not like that, so that's why this movie definitely is not going to be for everyone, but I really don't want to get into spoilers. The amount of blood in this movie surpasses this movie, apparently, and I can see how. And I was just so impressed with Markiplier, and honestly, it wasn't shit. It was actually a decent horror movie, and there was only a few scares, but the atmosphere is fucking really, really phenomenal. Like, really good, and I was hooked in. It was a little bit of a slow start, but once, I would probably say like the 20 to 30 minute mark of the movie, I was really into it. And like, I was hooked, and competing with Sam Raimi's Send Help, and also beating the First Lady of the United States. And we all know why those audience scores are 99%. 1,000 of those accounts were made the day of the movie was released, and all of them, of course, are 5 stars. So go figure with that one. But Markiplier's first movie is really, really good. It's definitely not perfect. No movie is perfect, in my opinion. And there's obviously flaws. This is like a first feature film, and he's done Heist with Markiplier, he's done A Space with Markiplier, and he's done all these other sketches, so I can not relate to him in a way, but I understand what's maybe going on through his head. Maybe our ADHD brains are just in sync right now. But it's just really cool to see this movie come to light. I've been following it since he announced it, obviously, and it was just really cool to see come to light. I thought it was really well made. Again, my only complaints probably were some of the shots. I could not tell what was happening in the scene, and I don't know if that was because of my theater being it dark or making the darkness really just not seeable. Like I understand if a movie, even I do that sometimes, and obviously we'll be still learning and working on it, but especially in dark scenes, you want to show what's going on. or you don't want to show what's going on. You want to keep it black, but keep a little bit of a hue in there, or like a little bit of a light, and that's fine. And a lot of the times that's intentional. Those parts, I don't know if they were intentional or not. I can't tell if those were the problems because of my theater or it was something over with Markiplier. But those were the only complaints. And the only thing that I can say is this movie is definitely not going to be for everyone, like I said. I would still go see it, especially if you like horror, especially if you like slow burns. This one is really good. Really good. I was so impressed. Like, really, really fucking impressed of how this came out. I love horror, and what I saw was a great first step into horror making movies. And if he doesn't do like horror movies, I hope that he does more feature films in the future. Again, this is congratulations to Markiplier. This is just me, sucking his cock. You're welcome, Mark. This is probably a metaphor for Markiplier making this movie, his descent into madness, and then finally being covered in blood. So, basically. But yeah, I just want to talk about Iron Lung. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great, and I'm happy to be back to doing one-on-one reviews, individual videos. So, yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I just wanted to blabber about Iron Lung. I really liked it. Again, this is hope for the independent filmmaking community. Thank you, Mark. And I will hopefully be doing more reviews, like I said. And yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that. So thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and like. And if you saw Iron Lung, let me know what you thought in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the next video.